The honeymoon phase of my marriage didn't end with a fight, it ended with a quiet realization that I had disappeared. In the first 3 months of our lives together, I lived in a state of constant, frantic observation. I had entered marriage with a vision of nightly candlelit dinners, deep emotional check-ins, and a rhythm of physical affection that matched our dating life. To achieve this, I believed I had to be the perfect wife. I became a master of the covert contract. I would tailor my meals, my schedule, and even my clothing to what I imagined he wanted, expecting a payout of constant attention in return. But real life was far messier. My husband would come home exhausted, preferring a pre-packaged workout meal over my home-cooked dinners. He would retreat into his office or a television show, his need for silence clashing with my cravings for connection. When he expressed a need for space or admitted he wasn't in the mood to be touched, panic set in. I felt rejected, convinced that his lack of on time meant a lack of love. The turning point came when I realized I wasn't being submissive, I was being obsessive. I was orbiting him like a moon, my entire mood waxing and waning based on his slightest gesture. I decided to reclaim my own life under the guise of a different kind of self-care. It started with the small things. Instead of waiting until 8 p.m. to see if he wanted to eat together, I began cooking what I liked and eating when I was hungry. I stopped asking if my hobbies fit his schedule. I returned to volunteering at the dog shelter, getting lost in podcasts, and sitting on the floor to do yoga while he watched his shows. I even embraced the weird habits I had hidden, like sitting on the porch in 15-degree weather just to feel the winter sun. I began to practice sabr, an Arabic term for a serene, beautiful patience. When a week would go by with little more than hello and good night, I would repeat the words like a mantra. I refused to chase him. I stopped trying to meet needs he hadn't even expressed. My husband, I realized, didn't actually care if the house was spotless or if I looked like a catalog model. He just wanted a happy, settled wife. The shift was almost magical. By detaching my happiness from his actions, the resentment evaporated. I was no longer a martyr waiting for a thank you that never came. I was just me again. Ironically, the more I focused on my own joy, the more he seemed to lean back in. After 2 weeks of busy silence, a stretch that would have previously sent me into a spiral of anxiety, he walked into the room and asked if we could go to our favorite lobster joint for a date night. I hadn't nagged or begged, I had simply been present and at peace with myself. I've learned that the most important relationship in a marriage isn't the one you have with your spouse, it's the one you maintain with yourself. That is the real self-care. It is the quiet discipline of staying whole.